So hey there guys, Erin here again, another Micronutrient Monday. Today I'm going to be doing something slightly different, and instead of talking about a micronutrient, I'm going to be talking about how to balance your body's pH on a ketogenic diet. Eating a ketogenic diet can make our bodies become more acidic, and that's just based on what we are typically eating, and if we are not balancing what we are eating, it will have a tendency to do that even more. So what is kind of pH, body pH? What does that even mean? The body needs to be at a slightly alkaline pH, which is about 7.35. That is kind of the ideal range for your body's pH. Now, the pH scale ranges from the more alkaline side to the more acidic side. So anything that is acidic starts at 0 and goes until about 7. And then from 14, which is extremely alkaline, to about 7 again, that is considered to be more alkaline. So what is more alkaline? Naturally, things that are more alkaline have a tendency to be things like nuts, seeds, and your plant-based foods, so your vegetables and your fruits. Those are more alkaline based. Now your more acidic based foods are your meats and your cheeses. They can have a tendency to be more acidic. Now other things that can be acidic can be things like coffee, alcohol, soda, and then things like your white pastas or your white grains, wheats, and then sugars. So those might not be things that you're having on keto, but just be mindful of the fact that those have a tendency to become more acidic when they go into the body. Now, meat in and of itself outside of the body is actually fairly alkaline, but it's when we take it in and we digest it that our body makes it acidic, and so that's where it gets its acidic rating from. There are neutral-based foods, and if you're eating a proper ketogenic diet and you're eating your fats, those are all neutrals, or at least the bulk of the good fats that you can get out there. So your coconut oil, your olive oil, your avocado oil, your grass-fed butter, those are all great options for neutralizing fats on a ketogenic diet. And the reason why a lot of people promote eating grass-fed butter is because it does have a tendency to be more minerally dense. You are also getting kind of the highest quality of fat from it. It's usually not spun or brought down with anything additional. It doesn't have fillers in it. And then it's also great for digestion. And the reason why it's typically great for digestion is because grass-fed butter has a tendency to help balance the acid within your stomach to aid in digestion. So that's why a lot of people will recommend grass-fed butter. It's because it's got all these additional sneaky benefits. So like I said, your body wants to be slightly alkaline. And the reason why when you hear people talking about how they switch to a more plant-based diet, they immediately start feeling better, it's because they were probably slightly acidic before they switched to that diet. And so eating all those additional plant-based or nut-based, vegetable-based foods probably help to make their body's pH balance out. And so that's why you'll hear a lot of people like talking about how when they switched to a more plant-based diet, they immediately started feeling better. And it's more than likely due to the fact that they were probably eating more nutrient-dense foods at this point in time, but they probably also cured the imbalance of their pH within their body at the same time. Does that mean that eating a ketogenic diet is bad? Absolutely not. Eating a ketogenic diet is one in which you're eating 75% neutral-based foods. And so if you are eating your fat from really good sources, you are creating that perfect kind of neutral base environment to kind of build from, and then filling in the rest of your nutrient needs from good sources of protein or meat sources, which can be acidic, and you do need some acidic within your body. It's not something to be completely avoided at all. And then good sources of alkaline-based items. Specifically, which ones are the best? There are a number of them that you can have and easily get them in and stay keto. So the best sources typically tend to be your green leafy vegetables. So any of your salad mixes, your dandelion leaf mixes, your regular lettuce mixes, your iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce, those are all great alkaline-based foods that you can have on keto. Some of the other ones that you may not be thinking of that are great are things like green cabbage, celery stalks, green beans, fennel, beet greens, artichokes, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, spinach, red cabbage, yellow beans, any peppers, garlic, zucchini, squash, like your yellow squashes or your more zucchini-based squashes, and cucumber. Those are all great vegetable sources for balancing out your pH and getting in some great alkaline-based foods on keto. There are some other things that you can do. Like I said before, various nuts and seeds have a tendency to be more alkaline. Almonds are a great source, as well as Brazil nuts. Pumpkin seeds are an amazing source. I put them on my salad all the time, and that gets me in a little additional protein, some good fiber, and then again, something that's going to help to balance out my body's pH. And then having things like sea salt versus like Himalayan salt. So if you're trying to go through the debate of should I have pink Himalayan salt or should I have sea salt, having a balance of both is great because they both do different things in your body. But sea salt is a natural alkaline boosting salt. So that is a great one to add in there if you are trying to figure out other ways to balance your pH. Now, one of the things that I like to do, and this is going to seem kind of confusing because you're going to think of these two items as being more acidic, and that is either have lemon water or do an apple cider vinegar drink mix. And the reason why I like these is because even though you might think that they are acidic, when they get into your body, they actually become alkaline based. And that's kind of the amazing thing with chemistry and what our body does with it. So two good drinks to have if you're trying to figure out other ways to balance your pH on keto is to drink some lemon water, do some hot lemon water. That's great for digestion, but it's also great for balancing your pH, like I said. Or you can do one of my favorite drinks, which is water, apple cider vinegar, and baking soda. And it's mixing these together in order to kind of create this very delicious, bubbly drink. I also like to add my vitamin C to this in order to help boost my immune. But the amazing thing is that baking soda is one of the most neutralizing alkaline-based items that you can actually consume as a human. And this mixed with the apple cider vinegar is going to give you that great shot of neutralizing, alkalizing power to kind of help neutralize and alkalize the more acidic items that you'd be eating on a ketogenic diet. So just having this with your regular ketogenic foods can help to really balance things out. I've kind of given out a bit of information, and why do you care about this? When the body does become too acidic, it becomes an incredibly horrible environment for your body to try and maintain any level of health. Poor body pH affects every area within your body. It affects your cognitive health, it affects your cardiovascular health, your respiratory health, your urinary system, your digestive system. It can have issues with your reproductive system as well. And it can also deplete minerals and vitamins from both your skeletal and muscle tissue systems. So everything is affected when your pH is off, and so it's very critical to make sure that you are doing everything you can to kind of maintain that good pH balance within your body, so that way you are maintaining a good level of homeostasis within your body, and that you're staying healthy as you go forward and onward with any kind of journey, any kind of health journey that you're doing in your life. There are ways that you can test in your home and find out what your body's pH is, and that is through pH testing strips. You can buy these online. Basically, any online store that sells any kind of supplement will probably have pH testing strips. You can also get them at pharmacies within your area if you just want to pick them up. They're typically around $10, so not too expensive. They're about the same cost as keto strips. And no, you cannot use a keto urine strip to test what your body's pH is. It's measuring something completely different. So you want to make sure that you're specifically buying pH testing strips. The best ones to buy are ones that will allow you to test both your saliva as well as your urine. Both of these will read slightly different. With urine, it's naturally slightly more acidic, so the reading that you'll get from testing your urine will be one that doesn't hit that 7.35. It'll be slightly more acidic. Anything above a 6 from your urine is typically a good range to be in. You want to be in kind of a strong solid 6, like a 6.5, 6.75, to be in more of a optimal range for your urine. And then for your saliva, you want that to be in and around about a 7. So it won't be that 7.35 reading, but it will be something somewhat close. And the reason why urine is more acidic is because of the fact that you are getting rid of waste through your urine. And so one of the things that helps to kind of create and take out the waste from your blood, which is where your urine is created from, is a special acid within your kidneys, and then that's flushed out your body. So that's why that will read slightly more acidic. The reason why your saliva will be slightly more acidic is because you are using your mouth to start the digestion process, and that spit that you have in your mouth, or that saliva, it does have digestive enzymes in it, and that is the kind of first step to breaking down food as you digest it. So there will be a small amount of acid naturally within that. So when your body's pH is off, you do have a tendency to create kind of a system within your body in which it kind of goes into self-preservation mode. And what it will do is it will take the minerals it needs in order to kind of fix that pH balance and create the more optimal pH from things like your tissue and your bones. And this is why having a too acidic diet is, you know, associated with things like osteoporosis. I kind of briefly touched on this in my calcium video, but making sure that you're getting enough calcium and real calcium from good sources is a great way to make sure that you are maintaining both your bone health as well as the pH within your body. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and that you have found it informative and it answers any questions that you have regarding pH balance on a ketogenic diet, how to do it, things to keep in mind. This is really why I am a huge advocate for eating a balanced-based ketogenic diet. That way you don't run the risks of having your body's pH get off and having that imbalance. So that's why I'm a fan of eating a very balanced-based ketogenic diet, and that is why I predominantly get my fat from the sources that I listed earlier. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.